I live in Bakersfield, California. It's a small city off Highway 99, where nothing interesting ever happens, which is why what went down at that McDonald's still messes with my head. It was late March. My buddy Samson and I were driving back from Fresno after visiting his sister. Around 11:30 p.m., we got hungry. Samson is the kind of guy who can't go more than 3 hours without eating or he gets cranky. So, when we saw the golden arches of McDonald's glowing off the highway, he made me pull in. The parking lot was empty, except for our car and another beat-up Honda near the dumpsters. The drive-thru was still open, though. I pulled up to the speaker, but couldn't hear a presence. "Hello?" Samson leaned over me. "Anyone there?" We got static as a reply, before running footsteps echoed. A second later, the drive-thru window slid open, and this guy in his mid-30s appeared. He was slightly out of breath and sweating like crazy, even though it was maybe 50 degrees out. His McDonald's uniform was wrinkled. His name tag said he was Derek. Sorry, I was taking out the trash," he panted, wiping his forehead with his sleeve. "What do you want? Please keep it short, I'm about to close." Something felt off. 2 Big Macs, large fries, and a strawberry smoothie," Samson said. Derek nodded and disappeared from the window. I looked at Samson. Dude's in a mood. Yeah, probably hates his job. Samson was scrolling through his phone. Through the window, I could see Derek moving around. He was frantically grabbing bags and throwing food together. My eyes fell on his apron. "Samson," I nudged him. "Look at that guy's apron." Samson glanced up, also noticing the dark red stains splattered over the front, as if someone had thrown ketchup at him. Ugh, probably spilled something. But Derek kept wiping his hands on it, which somehow made it worse. His hands were shaking. He came back to the window and shoved 2 bags at us. "Here, that's everything." He was already closing the window before I could even hand cash to him. I drove off, but something in my gut felt wrong. I kept remembering his face and the way he couldn't wait to get rid of us. 10 minutes down the highway, Samson started digging through the bags. "Yo, where's my smoothie?" "What?" "My strawberry smoothie, it's not here." He was checking both bags. "Dude forgot it." I sighed. "You want me to go back?" "I mean, why not? We paid for it. The least you can do is give us our full order." I took the next exit and looped back. The McDonald's was still lit up when we pulled in, but the drive-thru window was dark now, with the close sign shining in the glass. "Are you serious?" Samson got out of the car and walked up to the front doors. It was locked. "Forget it," I said. "Let's just go." "Nah, that guy's probably still here. His car's right there." Samson pointed at the beat-up Honda. "Come on." He started walking around the building toward the back, and I followed him because I wasn't about to let him go alone. The back of the McDonald's smelled like grease and rotting food. There was an industrial dumpster and a metal door with a dim light above it. Samson was about to knock when my eyes fell on the legs sticking out of the dumpster. "Samson!" I choked with much effort. My heartbeats had picked up, and my breathing got uneven. He turned and followed my eyes. "What the?" We managed to get to it, and I nearly passed out. The legs were bare with raw, shredded muscle, slit with blood, hanging in strips. We could see the jagged white shards of bone piercing through the mess. Samson grabbed the edge of the dumpster and pulled himself up to look inside. He stumbled back a second later, gagging. "Don't look," he said, but I already was. The body was face down, or what was left of a face. It was badly mutilated and hacked apart. The arms were twisted at the wrong angles. The stench hit me, and I tripped backward before I emptied my stomach in the parking lot. Samson was on his phone. His hands were shaking so bad he kept dropping it. When he finally got through to 911, he told them what we found. We waited by my car until we heard sirens. When they showed up, they roped off the whole area and recorded our statements. The detective asked if we'd seen anyone. "The employee," I said. "Derek, he was here like 20 minutes ago. Gave us our food through the drive-thru." The detective's face changed. "What did he look like?" I described him and everything else I'd noticed. "Those weren't ketchup stains," the detective said quietly. They searched the building. Derek was gone. His car was still there, but he'd run. They'd found blood in the kitchen and bloody handprints on the back door. The body in the dumpster was identified as a 23-year-old Marcus Williams, who worked the evening shift with Derek. They think Derek killed him during closing, Some kind of argument that went bad. Then we panicked when we showed up at the drive-thru. Derek Turner was arrested 3 days later, found hiding at his ex-girlfriend's place 2 towns over, and still had Marcus's blood on his shoes. It's been a year. I still can't drive past a McDonald's without seeing those legs or remembering Derek's face through that window. Samson moved to Oregon 6 months ago. He said Bakersfield had too many bad memories. Can't say I blame him. Sometimes I think about how close we came to just driving away, to forget about that smoothie. And I wonder if Marcus would have been found sooner, or if Derek would have gotten away with it. But mostly, I just think about how we ordered burgers from a guy who just murdered his coworker, how he handed us food with hands that still had blood on them, and how I almost didn't notice.